Up next, we have Ian's tour around Europe or around the world because we have some MLS content too. So I'm going to pass it over to Ian.
So recent results is Chelsea, the season finale, Rudiger's farewell game, as you may call it. They beat Watford 2-1. Wando's team, Real Madrid, drew 0-0 to Real Betis. New York City was able to get the 3 points from Citi Field against Chicago, 1-0. And then just to recap what happened in the Premier League, dramatic stuff for sure. Manchester City find a way to win the title. It's kind of similar to how they won it 10 years ago with a 3-2 win over Villa with Gundogan scoring the winning goal. Liverpool won 3-1 against Wolves, but it wasn't enough due to City having one more point over them. So it's City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs. That's your top four. Those are the teams playing in the UCL. And then playing in the Europa League, representing the Premier League, is going to be Arsenal and Man United, and West Ham getting the Conference League spot at number 7. And then to go over the teams that were relegated this year from the Premier League was Burnley at 18th, Watford 19th, Norwich City 20th, and the Golden Boot was won by Salah and Son with 23 goals for the season. And to recap, Wando's league, La Liga, the top four are as follows: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, and Sevilla. Real Betis and Sociedad get the Europa League spots, while Villarreal, coming off their semifinal finish in the UCL, are going to play Conference League football next season. The relegated teams are Granada, Levante, and Alves. And the Golden Boot by far was Benzema with 27 goals. And to cover the other 3 leagues in Europe, Bayern Munich are your German champions, winning the 10th consecutive title. PSG get their league-owned title back from Lyon. And AC Milan win the Serie A. And it feels like it's been forever since that happened. And that is my recap of Ian's tour around the world.
Interesting stuff. Of course, Liverpool almost had the title. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Everybody was cheering for the quadruple. And for a moment there, Manchester City was bottling it.
I told you,
2-0. And then
I was hitting you up. I was like, Pep's doing it again.
in the span of 10 minutes, you come back 3-2. And did you hear the press conference from Pep Guardiola when they asked him how he did it to come back? Did you hear it?
Yeah, he called Real Madrid.
He's like, I called Real Madrid.
It's like, dude, I don't know what's up with Pep. This is a new version of Pep.
He
makes fun of himself.
This is villain Pep coming up.
Yeah.
This is like a mix of Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
And I like it. To be honest, because the old Jose Mourinho was just, that's it. And this is a mixture of Pep and Jose Mourinho, which Mourinho for me is I cannot speak. I cannot speak because I
got a red card. I deserved it because I was disrespectful, but I was disrespectful to an idiot.
I cannot speak because if I speak, I'm gonna be in trouble. He's just classic Mourinho.
I think it was this season Guardiola. He was doing like a live stream, like you can live Q&A, like on a cell phone, and they're like, you haven't won the Champions League without Messi. You're nothing, right? And he's like, yes, very true. I need Messi. I need Messi. That's the only way I win Champions League.
Yeah, we like that. We like that side, joking around. You don't take everything too serious.
Yeah.
And then the other big game that stood out, which one? The Everton stayed in.
That was early in the week. Everton stay up. They got battered by Arsenal actually on Sunday, but it didn't matter. They were safe.
I'm calling it right now. Christian Pulisic is going to Everton or Fulham.
I say he goes to Leeds.
I'm calling it right now.
He goes to Leeds United. Even though that's not the step down he needs, I think he needs to go to a team with lesser. Because Leeds is not, the squads, they have some good players there, and they almost got relegated, but that's a big team in England. Like, that's a big team that you probably don't even know about. But, I think he should go somewhere like, I would say somewhere like a Leicester. I think he would do well in Leicester, honestly.
Leicester, to play alongside Vardy?
Yeah, he needs to take a step down, and you sent me something that he took off Chelsea on their bio, off his Instagram bio. Honestly, bro, you're still a Chelsea player. You're under contract. You can be a little girl. You can act like a little girl.
Bro,
and be unprofessional.
come on. You don't.
No.
You can't have a personal agenda against Pulisic.
No,
and he's
I'm
not
just
the
saying.
first. He's not the first player to do that. A lot of players do that
But
at the end of the
it's not
season.
saying-
They take something off. You're calling him a little girl. Don't be doing that because you're just bashing your own American player.
Wait. Just because a lot of people do something doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right.
No.
But don't banter him for it.
No, but look.
I mean, it's the end of the season.
His dad comes out on Twitter. He comes out on Twitter. Was big. Come on, son. Big 6 months ahead. And now this. That's already two things that he's making. He's making more noise than he should have. And Rudiger.
That's not noise. He's just removing it from his Instagram. That's the end of the season. It
was up there last summer.
You don't know if Tuchel had a conversation with him already. Do you know that?
Out?
Do you know that? Like,
but you change it when you get sold.
No. But do you not know if Tuchel probably spoke to him already? Like, hey, delete that off your Instagram. No.
I was like, we don't want you associated with Chelsea.
You don't know if he told him like, hey, there's no spot for you next season.
I don't rate you. You're suck.
I don't see you having much playtime.
He just showed him the miss from Leicester,
Bro,
the Leicester
terrible.
match.
I felt so bad.
And he's like, what, do you think I should keep you next season?
I felt so bad. I know you're bantering him right now.
No.
Because just last season, this guy was praising Pulisic and his Xbox Live gamer tag. Your Xbox Live gamer tag was in Pulisic and this and that.
This was off
and
the heels.
As soon as he started kind of playing bad, this guy started, he's garbage.
He's trash. This is off the heels.
No.
You gonna let me speak? This is off the heels of the lockdown season when he was Chelsea's best player. And I will say that's not American bias. He was Chelsea's best player.
Okay, we'll kindly ask for him to go out.
Ever since he got that number 10 shirt, he hasn't been the same player.
Wouldn't ask him to kindly go out. Don't go bashing him, asking him to get out. Just
get out the club. And he wants the same thing, it looks like.
Just tell him, like, hey, or if you're going to talk about him, be like, you know what, yeah, it's time. He did great with lockdown.
This is the new generation of people. Oh, how can you tell you broke up? Oh, it's on Instagram and my bio. It's just immature. And I understand he's a young guy, but there needs to be some level of professionalism when it comes to this. You know, I'm fine with selling him. I'm not mad or anything, but like he's just creating headlines and he's making Chelsea look like, oh, we're the bad guys. We gave him every opportunity. We gave him 3 years. He only gave us 3 months of good footbthe rest was inconsistency. I said the 3 months was off the lockdown season. He showed glimpses, but he's not consistent enough.
Come to America, bro.
Hey, dude, America, sign him. Sign him so you can show he can't even handle the Mexican.
America. We'll get rid of Roger Martinez in a heartbeat, and you can come and replace him.
Yeah, he'll take that international spot.
Like when Donovan came to Leon. He didn't do much.
He needs to come back to stateside. So Tuchel made comments after the game, and they said, well, Chelsea was supposed to challenge for the title, but they didn't. What are your chances next season? And he said there's 5 Prem teams challenging for the title. City, Liverpool, which is okay. That's obvious. Chelsea, we need to sign some players for sure, and there's a lot of players leaving. He says Spurs with Conte. Dude, Spurs, and this is the narrative in England, man. They're 3 players away from being a legit side that could take on anyone. And with Conte and the signings he makes to usually hit, the Morata thing, that was like, oh, that's the bad Conte signing, but I think that was more the Chelsea board signing him. But Spurs and then United, he thinks with Ten Hag, they're going to immediately be a threat.
No, I disagree.
It remains to be seen. La Liga no one in La Liga could say there's 5 teams competing for the title next year.
I would just say Barcelona, Real Madrid, Real Betis is kind of struggling up there. Atletico Madrid is always up there.
Pellegrini. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's where he went.
So, it'll be interesting to see. But it's sad. Football's over. Saturday is the last match, the UCL final, and that's it. It's over.
We'll be focusing a lot on MLS.
We're gonna have to wait.
You're gonna have to start watching some Austin matches.
I'm gonna have to start watching Austin.
Yeah,
which I don't mind. I enjoy watching them play. Other than that, that's the recap. See you guys on the next pod.